Hey guys, welcome to Python video series. In previous video tutorial we have learned some basic concept about the list collection in Python. In this video tutorial we'll see how we can read items from the list. Yeah. So I'm going to copy this uh, piece of code from my previous example, and so that I can show you how many ways we can read items from the list. And just I'm going to create a new file. I would give the read items from list. Yeah, and here I'm going to paste it right now. When we talk about the reading items from the list, as you know, list items are indexed, and you can access them by referring to its index number, right? So as we have talked in earlier video, index of first item is 0, index of second item is 1, index of third item is 2, right? So if you add 1 in the index of previous if you add 1 in the current index, then you'll get the index of next item in the list, right? So let's say I would like to get the third element, which is nothing but the pairs. So what would be the index of third element? So number position of the elements minus 1. So uh, third element index would be 2. So what you have to give, just you need to specify the index in a square bracket, that's it. So if I give index 2, that means this will fetch the third item. Let me show you. If I run, then here you can see it is giving the pair. So this is the third item in the list. You should always keep in mind index always start from the 0, and once you add 0 plus 1, you'll get the second item. 1 plus 1, you'll get the third item, right? Now so that's the way basically indexed has arranged, how you get index in the array, right? But in Python, it is also possible to number the index in the negative integers. So basically if you look into the index of from last, then index of last item would be -1, then -2, -3, something like that, right? So -1 refers the last item, -2 refers the second last, -3 represents the third last item, something like that, right? So let's say I would like to retrieve the last element. This is also possible using negative index, right? If I give -1, it will bring the last item from the list. Let me show you. So here you can see last item I could get using basically negative index. If I give -2, it will bring the second last item, right? -2, it will bring the second last item, right? So that is second last item. If I -2, then it's grapes, right? Which I could read, right? Now we will see how we can read a range of indexes, right? Item by range of indexes, right? You can specify a range of indexes by specifying where the start and where the end the range, right? When specifying a range, the return value will be a new list with the specified items, right? Let me show you through an example. So here let me put some indicator, and here let's say I would like to retrieve some item using index range. So here I will give the list name, and let's say I will give the square bracket. Let's say I would like to fetch item starting from the orange until mango. So what would be the index of orange? 1, right? So that I will write over here 1, and I would go till mango. So what would be the index of mango? So index of orange is 1 2 3 4. So 1 2 3 4. So we include item which is at index 4. So you have to give the AND index 1 plus, means 5. So what basically I am trying to tell you, a starting index would be the inclusive, but last index 5 would be the exclusive, means it will bring the item from till index 4. If you specify 5, then it will bring the item till index 4. If you give the 6, then it will bring the item till 5, n minus 1, something like that. So if I run, then you'll see item started from orange until mango. We can get it over here, right? Now you have two choices. You have basically three choices when you specify the starting index and last index, right? Either you can give the start index and last index, or you can leave any of one. Let's say if I leave the starting index and only I specify the last index, that means it will start from the starting till n minus 1, till mango would be the n minus 1, right? Let me show you. So you can see it has started from the apple, which is the starting index, orange, pears, watermelon till mango, right? So still last index is n minus 1. It will bring the item till index number 4. Let's say if I do not specify the last index, only I would specify the starting index. That means it will start from the start index, which is 1 in this case, and it will bring the item till last. Let me show you. So here you can see it has started from orange, which is the index number 1, till last. Again, last element is orange, right? So now let's talk about the negative indexes. So as I say, you can fetch item using the negative index. And how negative index starts? Last index is minus 1, then minus 2, minus 3, something like that, right? Let's say I am going to specify index something like print, I would say fruits, and here I am going to start index, let's say minus 4 colon minus 1. So minus 1, this is the index, then minus 2, minus 3, and minus 4. Minus 4 is watermelon. So it will start from watermelon till grapes, because last index is exclusive, not inclusive, right? So let me show you. So all these rules, whatever we have discussed, that applies for negative indexes as well. So if I run, then here you can see it is started from the watermelon, then mango, then grapes, right? But last one was excluded, right? Because minus 1 will not be included. Let's say if I do not specify the start index and only last index I'm going to specify. So last index is orange, right? So it will start from the start and till up to here, right, before minus 1, right, index. So if I run, then here you can see it has started from the start till grapes up to here, right? Let's say if I do not specify last index, only I specify the starting index. Let's say starting index I'm going to minus 4. So minus 4 watermelon. So it will start from the watermelon and it will go till last, right? Let me show you. So if I run, you can see it has started from watermelon till up to last. So that's how basically you can read item using a negative index or negative index range, right? Now I'm going to show you how we can check whether any specific item exists in the list or not. Alright, so here I'm going to show you using the if condition. So I'm going to if, and here I'm going to write let's say pears. I would like to check pears. You have to use the in keyword, in, and your list name, and if this gets true, then I would like to print a message, yes, pears is in the fruit list, right? And let me show you. After running, it is saying that yes, pears is in the fruit list because pears is there. But if pears is not there, then it will have to give the else condition as well. Else it is going to print no, pears is not in the list. So guys, one thing you have to keep in mind here, pears, here P is the capital, but if you specify small, this comparison happens case sensitivity. That's considered the case sensitivity, right? If I check pears which starts from a small p, whether exists in the fruit list, then it is going to return as false because this comparison happens considering the case sensitive, right? So if I run, then same is saying that now no, pears is not in the fruit list, right? So these things you have to keep in mind while comparing the items in the list. It will consider as a case sensitive, right? So that's all I wanted to show in this video tutorial, guys. In this video tutorial we have learned how to read items from the list. So thank you so much for watching this video, and see you there in the next video tutorial.